So recently, when I say recently, I mean like 2 months ago, I got this massive towel for like $4. It's massive and I want to make a jumper out of it. There's a particular way of making a cardigan where you make like hexagons and then you fold it in a weird way. The way that people do that sometimes is they'll like stitch it up at the front and then they'll like leave bits of the corners down and then it will look like a collar. And I really like that, and so that's my plan to have the neckline for this. So I need to start off by making the pattern. This is one of my favourite jumpers. I got it from an op shop as well. It's really nice. I really like the proportions of it. This one is another one of my favourites. It's a bit too big, like the body's really long and the sleeves are too big because it is a men's sweater. See what the proportions are like sleeve wise, because I like how big these sleeves are, but I don't know if they're actually bigger than this green one. So we'll find out and then I'll draft the sweater. There's a couple of coincidences that I think is pretty cool. So I'm going to talk about them. I found it interesting. The sleeves are the exact same. Well, I just realised there's something I forgot to measure. So basically the sleeve, like if you have it laid down flat, because basically I'm going to have to double it anyways. At the end it's 12 centimeters and at the body it is roughly 24, which is pretty cool that it's the same on both of them. The neckline as well, like how deep it goes down, is also kind of the same, where it's around 10, like a bit under 10 centimeters. I might make that a bit bigger because, you know, the collar's like the main thing that I want out of this jumper. So I might try and emphasize that and make it a bit bigger. Another thing that is interesting with the body is that with the green jumper, it's like a long rectangle, but with the brown jumper, it's the exact opposite. So it's just really tall. I haven't had a problem with the width of either of those jumpers. So I think I'm actually going to kind of make the body a bit more of a square, where it's going to be like 55 by 55. And I think that should work out alright. I just thought another thing that I forgot to measure. I'll go measure those and then we'll start pattern making. So I just forgot to measure the width of the collar and the length of the sleeves. Another funny thing that I've realised actually, which makes a lot of sense, is that the length of the sleeve is actually also the same as the height of the body of the jumper. It makes sense because, you know, when you have your arms down, you want the sleeves to kind of be hitting the bottom of the jumper anyways, unless you want it to be like cropped. And so I had to change that down here because I originally had it at 55, but I think I'll have it at 60 so that it matches the sleeves. The main thing that I'm scared about is that the brown jumper has a bit of like an, I'm not sure if it's called an inseam. That's what it is in pants. I don't know if it's the right thing. It's got like this, where it's like not a straight stitch along. And that is usually done to like make it so that it sits flatter on your body. But the green one doesn't have that. It's just like a rectangle. And a rectangle would be a lot easier for me to make, but there is the chance that it sits a bit funny. I don't know. I'm using my old maths book to make the pattern because I don't need the pages anymore. So I guess let's get started. So I finished the sleeve. I had a bit of trouble with it. I've decided I will do the weird inseam. I'm just going to do it as a diagonal line instead of like a weird curved line. So that will hopefully make it easier. But I think I did the maths right. Let's hope. I'm also going to do the body off camera because I'm running out of storage space. Okay, I just finished the top, like the body part. This is roughly what it's going to look like. It looks kind of massive, but just keep in mind it's going to be like a really flowy fabric once it's all done. So this is going to, the edges are going to go in a lot more. I'm still very scared about this inseam, but that's okay. If I have any spare fabric left over, I really want to add pockets as well. If not, I might even like buy like a hand towel from an op shop again, because I really want pockets on this. Anyways, that's the end of day 1. I can't believe I did all this in one day. I'm very tired. Yeah, this should be end of part 1. Part 2 will be me actually making it and cutting out fabric. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching if you got this far. I know it wasn't the most interesting because it's me just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, but yeah, I appreciate it. Hopefully part 2 is more interesting because I'll actually be sewing. Goodbye!